Hi. I don't think my mic's... There's the mic. It's actually going to be foodborne illnesses, okay? What'd you have for lunch today that you chose? And what kind of little beasties were in there that you didn't choose? Well, here's somebody else that helped a group of individuals. Who recognizes deadly pathogens? Mary Milan and 53 deaths. Anybody? You probably weren't around for it. Well, she's also known as Typhoid Mary, okay? And it wasn't some gross thing that she served all of these people. The first time that she did this, it was homemade fresh ice cream and cut peaches, fresh peaches off the tree that she cut up for them. And that's her in the lab coat. She was locked up for the rest of her life as a result of this. And if you look at our food system in the United States, one of the most dependable there is, and yet there's no guarantees. Millions of people get sick. Hundreds of thousands go to the hospital. Thousands die from it. And it's the young and the elderly and the compromised. Why? It's some of what we do to them, some of the medications, because of the aging process. These kinds of things reach out and they touch our residents in ways that they have no control over then. Back in 2011, in the beginning, they modernized the food safety standard. And it converted it from a reactionary kind of a standard to a preventative kind of a standard. That's really what we're after at this time. Because if you take a look at what's happened to the demographics that you're serving, think about it. Different kinds of foods, people from all different kinds of countries. You've got all different kinds of things changing. And what about the food chain? What's happened to the food chain? Where are your changes come from? Well, when you think about foodborne illnesses, I call it FBI. Not that I have anything against the federal government or anything. But if you eat or drink something and it makes you sick, it's probably a foodborne illness, okay? And if you get down to it, where does it come from? External contamination and internals. And I like this slide because if you look at the 5 women on here, they're managing through it. The guy's dying, okay, because he's a wimp. He doesn't know about pain and suffering. He'll survive too, but it's a horrible thing. I've had it 10 times, in fact. So if it all looked like this tomato, would you have foodborne illness? No, nobody's going to eat that thing. But that's the problem. It doesn't look like that tomato. It looks more like, come on, there we go, the foods you serve every day. And you don't just serve them, you prepare them, you cook them, you chill them, you hold them. You do all of those kinds of things with them. And all of those blended together, and even that innocent egg down there in the corner. Now, we could talk a long time. In fact, I sat through an hour-and-a-half presentation last week by a lady from Clorox on foodborne illnesses. All right? But your staff, even if they could memorize all this stuff, what good would it do you? That's not how you're going to solve and prevent it. What you're going to have is the quick tips that I was talking about. Okay? And take a look at it. There's a whole bunch of raw stuff there you got to be very, very careful with. And then there's these other kinds of things you want everybody to be aware of. Itchy vigilance. Everybody in your cooking staff needs to know those things. 4 steps, okay? And it's clean, separate, cook, and chill. Those are the 4 key things. If they remember that, you're probably going to prevent your foodborne illness. Okay? And so let's take a look at those 4 steps. Cleaning and washing is not sanitizing, so keep that in mind. But what you do have is your food, your hands, and your surfaces. And don't get too far away from HACCP. There are standard operating procedures in HACCP. You're already creating some of the documentation. You're already doing some of the procedures. So make sure it becomes part of the way that you prepare your food. All of those pieces matter. Step 2, separate. The blessing of 6 inches. 6 inches from wall, 6 inches from the floor, 6 inches from each other. Keep your food separated. Think about eggs. Eggs carry all kinds of potential with them. If you're going to use a blender to blend your eggs, separate that from anything else you use blenders for. It's just sort of a sidebar. Step 3, cook and hold. You can see the temps. You know the temps. You should, 165 degrees. You cook it to, you hold it at 135, you reheat it quickly, you hold it for 15 seconds, and then your leftovers. Look at your chilling processes. Critically important. And then 4 and my 5, I've kind of added in 5. Self-inspections. Take a look at how your processes are working. And then share your findings with the staff. And then the other thing, if you have an event, Know what you're going to do. Know what you're going to document. I'm not the expert here. Britt Gala-Pockelman, doctor of all things dietary. There's the contact information. We're in 1405. If you want more, let me know. I'll be up there too. Thank you.